Okay, welcome back to Pope Does PLTW, and in today's episode, we're going to be looking at how you put in tolerances on an inventor drawing. So this is step 2 of activity 7.3, and so the first thing you need to do is open the drill block drawing file that you created in activity 7.2 sectional views. Now, I'm just working with Inventor full screen, but on my other screen, I have up the instruction sheet for how to do the tolerances. So I would recommend that you pause the video and do the same thing if you have not done that already. So that's what we're going to be working through, even though you can't see it on the screen. So let's get into it. It says, edit the dimensions to show specific tolerances to the following dimensions. Note that instructions for including tolerance specifications on an inventor drawing are given below. All right, so A says, first thing, a bilateral or symmetric tolerance of 0.10 inches for the overall length, width, and depth. We'll first of all go to our length here, and that's our 5 inches. And so notice you get a text box right here like you're used to seeing, but then the tab right next to it says precision and tolerance. So we want to click on that, and per our instructions it says we want a symmetric tolerance. So we'll click on that, and notice how we get a plus minus here where it says upper. And so it says we need a tolerance of 0.10. So I'm going to type in 0.10 and I'm going to hit enter. Okay, now you need to do this for the width and the depth also. Okay, next thing it says, B, stack limit dimension to locate the holes along the depth dimension such that the dimension can vary between the dimension given above and 0.03 inches larger. All right, so what we're going to do here is, first of all, I forgot to dimension the location of the holes here in this upper drawing. So let me do that real fast, and we'll bring this out. Okay, and it says 1 inch, and we're going to write here times 4 to indicate that all of the holes are located along the same depth line for the location. So I'm going to hit OK, and now we can do the tolerances on this. So double click, bring up precision and tolerance, and it says the dimension can vary between one given above and 0.03 inches larger. That means it cannot be smaller than that. So we're going to go to deviation, and we're going to leave the lower limit at 0 and change the upper limit to 0.03 and hit OK. And so notice it looks like this. All right. Next step says, to better control the hole locations, use datum dimensioning for the dimensions along the long dimensions. So I'm going to do a couple here, and then you guys can finish that up. So our first one, the 0.75, is okay because that's from the left side. The other ones that we need to change are these because we had them in chain dimension before. So I'm going to delete them and then go back and do a datum. So I'm going to go from the left side, and I want to find that green dot and drag it up. So it'll be up to you to finish it for the rest of the holes. And remember, always start from that left side. Now, I've done a lot of stuff, so I'm going to save real fast before I continue. Okay. D says a unilateral deviation tolerance of 0.003 inches for the counterbore diameter on the 0.25 inch diameter hole. change the precision of the counter bore diameter to show 3 digits to the right of the decimal place. So this last hole, this fourth one, is the counter bore diameter. All right, so we're going to click on this, and it brings up all of these hole notes. Then we're going to click on precision and tolerance, and it says to change the counter bore diameter. So the counter bore diameter is this one down here. It says counter bore / spot face diameter. So we'll click on the checkbox for tolerances. And then we want to change the precision to 3 decimal places. So we'll select 3.123, and notice how this changes here. Okay. Then we want a plus. So this is going to be the upper limit. So we'll change this to deviation. The lower limit we're going to leave in place because of the nature of it being a hole. We can't have it any lower than this and have parts still fit into it. So we're going to change that to 0.003, and then we're going to hit OK. And notice how this changes here. And the last one says a bilateral or symmetric tolerance on the 0.5-inch diameter counter sunk hole. So this is the counter sunk hole, the second one. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go to precision and tolerance. This time I want the overall diameter. So I'm going to click this, and notice how it says symmetric. Once again, I'll change the precision to 3 decimal places. And even though it only says upper, we know that since it's symmetric, it's going to be both. So I'm going to change that to 0.002. And I'm going to hit OK. And as you see here, this doesn't quite tell the picture. So let's go back into this and change this precision there. So we'll do that. And then it should show up as the 0.002, which it does. So we're all good there. Now it says add the following general tolerances notes to the drawing. So what you're going to have to do here is you're going to have to add in a general table. So I'm going to go up here to general, click on that empty table. It looks like we're going to need 3 columns, not including, or sorry, 2 columns. And we're going to need 3 rows, not including the title. So I'm going to hit OK, bring in my chart. Notice how it just says general, column 1, column 2. So we're going to have to edit this. So I'm going to go up here to, first of all, table layout, and I'm going to change the title to general tolerances. And I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to go over to, not sort table, I want the column chooser. Now notice how it says column 1, column 2. We want to remove those, and we want to add 2 new columns. So the first one will be linear dimensions. And the second new column will be angles, and this says equals plus / minus 0.5, and I don't have the degree symbol, so I'm just going to write DEG. So then we bring those over here. They're already added, and I hit OK. And the last thing I want to do is I can click on these individual boxes and start typing. So I'm just going to do the first one. X.X equals plus / minus 0.020, and you can finish out the rest of the table. So that's it for the tolerances. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.